Who is Randy? Don't bring anyone mother into this. Yo, mom in the fucking stand!
Real quick, were you with me when we were when I did? I don't know if you were with me that time when I did. What's it called? Jim. When it was Opie and Jim, and we watched that. Were you with me when we watched the footage of the guy at the carport, the guy in the garage, the Asian guy?
Oh Jesus!
Which one was it? What was the?
Let me see.
So depressing.
This footage. It's a car backing into a garage, like a mechanic shop, basically.
I'm gonna watch his face while this plays.
Does this look familiar or no?
Not yet. I've seen too much.
Yeah, that's true. Because people ask like different views on this.
I'm not seeing a lot of laughter on Joe's face. Your face, I see a lot of laughter.
That dude's broken.
Yeah.
They broke that dude.
Check out how concerned his friends are. It's like, something happened? Look at it. Look at how fucking cold that guy
I
is.
still don't hear Joe's laughter. You know,
Well,
it's not really of
I
Well-
deal with too many injuries, man. Injuries to me aren't funny.
Really? Well, that's interesting. Let's keep going with this thread.
Hold on.
Why aren't injuries funny, Joe?
Because
Wait.
I see people get fucked up all the time.
yeah.
It's called empathy.
That guy's got broken legs, broken hip. Like the impact with the cement wall and then the toolbox and then his legs. The legs are the soft thing. The legs are going to give.
That's kind of funny though.
There's nothing funny about that to me.
Wait a minute.
Wait, that's interesting. What did you just say, Joe?
It's
Repeat
not
that?
funny to me.
Yeah, me neither. Because I think we have empathy.
That guy's
for
got broken
people.
legs. That guy
I
can't even
feel
stand.
like
Yeah.
you guys worked this out before.
No, I really don't. I'm not good with injuries.
Really?
Yeah, I see too
here's-
many injuries.
Here's my
Oh
problem.
my God.
I've always laughed. I think it's because of my own fear of them, probably on some level. I've always had I remember one time I worked construction in Florida one summer, and one of the foremen was like, I had a bathtub dropped on my neck, and I started laughing so hard, like tears running down my face.
Jesus, he had a bathtub dropped on his neck.
And he had a
How did live?
permanent morphine pack sewn into his inside, like into his, just dripping on his neck. And I go, oh, Jesus. And I just laughed and laughed. I couldn't stop laughing.
That's so crazy.
But I mean, it's not even, it's not a calculated choice to laugh. It just happens. And that's why I think it's because I actually fear it happening.
Yeah,
you know?
that if it's not calculated, it
No.
just starts happening.
It just
You
starts
can't
happening.
Control yourself.
Yeah, I can't control myself.
I see so many injuries.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen
Yeah.
people's heads get bashed in.
You got to realize I've probably seen more people fuck people up, like
Yeah.
physically in fights,
Yeah.
than maybe almost anybody who's ever lived.
That's
Like,
probably true.
Up close.
Yeah.
It's
Like
tough.
I've called. I mean, there's probably a few guys that are closing in on me now,
Yeah.
numbers wise. Other commentators on fights, but I've commentated thousands of fights.
Yeah.
Think about that. All the different concussions I've seen, all the different knockouts.
Now, here's the funny thing is that I don't laugh when I see head trauma.
No,
No, it doesn't do it to me. Like
just leg trauma
Just,
does it.
yeah,
leg
smash.
trauma. Yeah. The screaming is like, it makes me laugh.
And his
You know?
pelvis being crushed by the car
Love
is
pelvic
hilarious.
injuries. But
Although
Yeah.
Steve-O did show me this new guy that he's working with. Steve-O's like mentoring some young psycho
Yeah.
who's doing a lot of like jackass style stunts. And this kid put on a Speedo and rode a skateboard off of a makeshift ramp into a pile of cactuses. It was so fucking crazy. I was watching this guy, like, oh my God. Like my whole body. You know that thing we get when you see someone about to get in an accident and like
Yeah.
the tense
Yeah.
Yeah.
the adrenaline pumps through your body and like it's almost like you feel like sharp pointers all
Yeah.
over your skin. Yeah, that's how I felt when I watched this kid launch his body into the cactus. Like, no.
We saw one
I
last
like
week. Remember that horrible?
Yeah, don't talk about it again.
Oof, where this dude was trying to do a jackass stunt, and he tied a rope around his nutsack and tied the other end to a tree, and then ran and jumped.
Oh no. Did he
Yeah.
rip his balls off?
Yeah.
He die?
No, well, I don't
I
know.
don't know. But
He got no balls anymore.
his nut popped out.
Oh man,
Is there a video of this?
Yeah.
Don't show it to me.
I want to ask Bill something. Is this funny to you?
Oh, Jesus.
So this guy is,
Yeah, what's going on here?
well, he's backing into a mechanic's garage.
Oh,
It's in another part of the world, so he's just kind of, he's taking his time, kind of getting it aligned.
oh, fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh. It's funny because you're laughing. Dude, somebody got to teach that person a little throttle control.
Look how concerned he is. He looked.
Yeah, life is cheap in that shop, huh?
Oh man, he just walked away.
That guy took it like a champ, though, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, man.
Now,
But funny. I saw you laughing.
It's funny because it shouldn't have happened. It's unexpected. He didn't
Yeah.
die,
Yeah,
you know?
and it's
We
a
don't
funny
know
scream
that.
too.
we
Don't you
know
think
he
that?
did.
Don't you think that part of the?
I think the guy in the red shirt would be a little more concerned, unless he was the guy driving.
I think
Maybe
he
he's-
was.
yeah, he's the guy driving.
Yeah, isn't it a little funny to scream?
Okay. You guys are both
Well,
psychos.
but if you listen to that, you wouldn't think like just close your eyes and listen to that yelling. You don't. That does not sound like I'm pinned.
Right,
Behind a car.
Yeah.
That's true. If I don't see it, it helps.
Yeah, it's true.
See, because Bill,
All right, enough already.
All right.
Yeah, see, 'cause
see, he's further than me.
right, but he thinks this is the funniest clip we've ever played.
I don't think it's the funniest.
You really like it. I think it shows a lack of empathy for others because I know that man's hurt. I have a harder time laughing. You know what I mean?
And I think that that's your husband's identity, and that's his safety blanket, so he stays in there because he feels safe.
Before the thing that you mentioned.
Yeah.
What's happening? Is this prize party?
No. Is this funny to you?
Oh, fucking fuck.
Okay.
Where are we at?
We're in a car. We're backing up into a garage.
Okay.
All right. It's not here.
Clearly. Look how organized it is.
I don't know.
Wait. Oh, and the driver's about to come around. Oh, he's really worried.
He looks annoyed. He's like,
Look
"Oh."
at that motionless asshole. You want to walk away? Yeah.
Well, because we can't understand the language, we don't know how serious this is.
Yeah,
and
thank you, Mark. Thank you.
And if we,
Thank you.
is that where it ends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't get any closure.
No.
Like the guy doesn't get up and he's like, "Okay, I'm okay," and you just nothing. No, it's horrible. It's I mean, of course,
Thank you.
of course, you want to laugh because you know
The
he's
reaction's funny.
of being crushed.
No, when he like, I saw you laugh when he went, like, ah! Because it's a funny sound.
Well, it's a funny sound because we don't understand their language.
That's right. That's right.
Like I imagine, you know, he's saying call the ambulance, or like
He's basically saying fuck. in another
you're
language.
breaking me. The guy might not ever walk again.
Yeah,
And you,
but my husband thinks that part's funny.
what?
That his
That
legs have been
part's
crushed, and then the other guy's indifferent to that guy's pain. It's really too much. Like, look how funny he thinks this is.
He loves it.
I don't think it's. I think it's too cruel because this isn't fake. I mean,
So that's the scream. But then,
Like the guy can't get it out of
and then
reverse.
this next line here is probably like, that right there. I wish I knew what that meant.
Yeah.
I think that's something like,
Yeah, I can't feel my leg.
yeah,
I think that's,
Akuma.
yeah, makuma might be
Yeah.
like, hey, dickhead,
I'm
fucking
paralyzed.
pull forward.
It's
yeah.
pretty horrible. I'd like to know what happened to him.
Yeah, because you have empathy and stuff. You mean?
Well, look, any
God.
sort of like, unfortunately, slapstick.
Yeah.
When it's planned, is
Yeah.
pretty brutal.
Right.
But like when you're just sort of applying the same logic to real life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's a natural human thing. You're going to laugh at a discomfort. I mean, I don't know if you should watch it over and over again. I mean,
He has. This is not the first time we've seen this, or the 10th on the show.
So here's the thing,
Come
though.
on.
Yeah.
It'd be different if I
psycho.
was like, here's a video of my friend Ben, and it's because it's like that it feels removed. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
in another language. I
Right.
don't understand. All I know is that when this horrible thing happens, you also don't get the severity of it because you're not seeing like.
I have a weird, like, there's a moment where with this kind of stuff, you ever play The Stress Factory?
Yes.
Remember he used to play all the
Vinnie Brand's.
Vinnie Brand used to play all the videos of car wrecks for some reason before.
No.
Ugh, God,
Oh
he's
my gosh.
well, no, they were just like these kind of videos. But there's certain things that I watch, and I don't spend much time in those kind of rabbit holes.
Definitely would traumatize some people in that audience that have like
Yeah.
been in accidents.
Well, the
or
thing is like
seen-
you watch these things and they're kind of astounding.
Yeah.
Like any sort of wreck, any sort of problem with a person.
Yeah.
And there's that moment where you're like, oh shit, and you're kind of laughing.
Yeah.
But as you watch, you're sort of like, this doesn't end okay.
Right,
This is-
right.
Wait, he played car wrecks and you got to see the people walk out.
No, no, no.
okay,
I just don't. I just
or-
remember there was a lot of these videos
It's
of
like-
Yeah.
a version of America's Funniest Home Videos. Crazy thing happened.
Exactly,
Oh, right,
exactly.
right. Yeah.
But all those things, like we have no idea. I don't know what happened to that guy. Yeah, of course it was funny because the vulnerability of being of that dumb idiot backing into him.
Yeah.
It's a funny setup.
Yeah.
And if he was a cartoon character,
Yeah.
we'd be okay.
Yeah.
But he's not.
He's not. He's a person, Tom.
It's fucked up. Well, why don't we lighten things up a little bit?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Varsity level or
Just want to
Oh, my
see
life.
your thoughts on this. Not somebody talking, but just to see like what you find funny, what you don't find funny, just your reaction. And then maybe you can
he's gonna zoom right through there.
No, he's just, setting the car up.
Oh no. It's funny, except I know what that injury is. That's bad.
Yeah, it's fine.
That kind of a crush injury is really bad. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny. That could be dead within a few minutes.
Thank you. Okay, so let us clue you in on what the debate is.
I mean, crush injuries like that, those are common, and they unglove the. Oh, it's just the worst.
So
It's
what
the
happens?
worst. Often the leg will just split open and unglove entirely. The skin comes off entirely, and then depending on how bad the crush is, whether or not their kidneys fail because their muscles crushed and going into their blood system, and how bad the blood supply is cut off, and how much orthopedic injury there is there.
Yeah.
It's just those are catastrophes.
I have a-
people often get amputated.
right, and that's really funny, right, Tom?
No, but let me be.
Is
let's
that
be
part
fair.
funny?
Let's be fair about something. So I've always had, and I've admitted to it. I think the way I deal with physical injuries to people
Is you laugh.
I laugh.
Yeah.
And I've
Some
done
people
it
do that.
for 30
Yeah,
plus
I
years.
had
Some
a
sick
nurse-
people do that,
I had
right?
a nurse.
Well, she thinks I'm
I
psychotic.
think it's a red flag, Drew.
No, I had
I'm
a
gonna-
nurse. Remember Sasha in the celebrity rehab?
Yes,
Sasha
yes.
would laugh in the most horrible situations. She would all of a sudden start giggling.
Yeah.
And there's nothing she could do about it. And she's a great nurse and really compassionate.
Yes.
But she had this weird,
Yeah.
nervous thing when things got really rough and said, terrible things started happening. She'd break out like full laughter. And I was like, Sasha, leave.
But why does my husband find that clip so funny when people
All right,
like?
he's a psychopath. I was going to tell you later. I was gonna tell you, don't let me say it in front of him.
Thank you, because I've watched the clip several times, and we've had other guests on, and I can't laugh because
Some
I
people have said how funny it is.
I have what's called empathy,
No,
and I
it's
believe
funny if it were the Three Stooges.
See?
know what I mean?
Contextual.
See, the whole problem is, it's one thing that bothers me about physical slapstick humor is that
Yeah.
you believe that that's just funny, or if
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
gets hit in the
But
head,
what's
it's just
funny- funny is-
mild head injuries fuck people up for 6 months.
Yeah.
One of Mo's, or just the fingers in the eyes.
Yeah, of course.
One of Mo's bonks on the head would be 6 months of trouble.
Yeah.
And it is funny when it's the Three Stooges or Laurel and Hardy.
when it's fake, when you know it's fake.
In this case, what's funny also is that his reaction, I think also because it's foreign, like that you don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah, you can be, there's some distance you can get from it.
You get distance from it. It's an almost comical reaction.
Yes,
like,
yes.
So
there was a
that's why-
quality to the reaction that was like, oh my God, that's funny. And then it's like, oh my God, that's really a pin, a pinning. It's a pinning against the wall.
I remember when
The
I
worst.
worked construction one summer in high school, and this guy had a sewn-in like morphine drip pack for his neck.
That's bullshit.
And I was like,
That's the worst.
I go like, why do you have that? And he started telling me like very seriously, he was on this site, and they were removing a bathtub from the 3rd floor, and it fell out from the lift, and it crushed his neck. And I laughed so hard.
He must have loved that.
Well, he was just looking at me, and then he realized that he started telling me all these other injury stories, and then he got to the point where he'd be like, just remember, you're going to love this one. So he would do it to entertain me. He'd be like, one time I was on the site, and I broke my arm doing this, and I've always found it's how I process.
How come you don't bring the guy around with you all the time to keep
I
keep the
know,
levity
right?
going?
I mean, it just I don't know why.
Keep the
but
good times rolling, Tom.
You should become an orthopedist. You would never stop laughing.
I would laugh all the time.
Wait, so why do we do that? Because I laugh at things that are inappropriate as well. Is it?
Well, now you're asking me what's the nature of humor and laughter, which is a really complicated question.
But his reaction to that man being harmed and possibly dying is laughter. And that is
Remember I said evil exists?
on the spectrum of evil.
Should I be on Mindhunter? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not sure it's that kind of problem, but
And what about this, Drew?
Come on, something's really wrong with me.
No.
Yes, he's dark, dark-sided.
No, I'm
what
not.
about the fact that my husband? Okay,
I'm
be following.
incredibly compassionate.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Okay.